What is up, everybody? My name is Andrew, and welcome back to Space Engineer Survival 2024. This is episode number 17, and last episode we did something crazy. We built out, or we dug out actually, this entire hangar here for the AMG Sandstorm, and it's massive, and it's also very bare bones right now. We dug it out. This episode is going to be the one where we're going to try to build up a lot of what we can. I don't know if we're going to get through the full thing, but we're going to try our darndest and try and get this going. Now, off camera, between the episodes, I toyed around with this a little bit and added a couple lights to see what that would look like, and it's actually not a bad look having lights kind of in the middle of each of these things. We've got these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we got these pillars here, so we'll have a light right in the middle like that. And then I thought maybe having some pipes here would look kind of cool, and I think that's kind of a pretty interesting look. So I think we're gonna go with something like that. So the other thing I've been thinking about is perhaps what we could do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this right here is the center of the thing, which means I was thinking maybe we could have little hangars inside these. So like a little hangar right there, a little hangar right there, or maybe like a bigger hangar behind there that has 2 doors. I don't know, something like that, where we could have something behind these. So maybe we'll do something. How do we want to do this though? If we want to do like that. The benefit of putting little hangars in here is that they're protected by a lot of ground right there if a Reaver decides to shoot at them. So, you know, they're basically impenetrable. Unlike the hangar right here, which can be shot through just a little bit. Hey, we have a parallax shadow going across the planet over there. Nice. Okay, so how about this? What we're gonna do is we're going to say that these 2 right here are gonna be off limits. We're gonna do the normal thing, which is, this is the design I was going for. Something like that goes down like that. And then same thing on the other side like this. And then it uses half blocks instead. Okay, so what I usually do when I have stuff like that is I just right click mine it a little bit and that fixes it. And then right here, I use little half blocks like that. So we're gonna do that for that one, and we're gonna do that for this one as well, or at least the remainder that's not where that is. Something like this, and I think that's gonna look pretty good for that. And then we're probably gonna do the same thing up there as well. And then these 2 right here will be hangars, and then this will be like a normal one. Unless we want the hangar to wrap all the way around the outside, but I don't know, I think that's maybe an extension we could do later. For now, we'll just work with this, that, and that's going to give us a little bit more room for flying ships, which we're going to hopefully do in this episode as well, is build a scrapping ship. That's one thing that we're going to try to do last episode and we didn't get around to because we want to scrap that little number 1 marker over there. So maybe once we do that, this will be a good useful place to keep our scrapping ship as opposed to keeping it inside the smaller little hangar over here, which honestly could support 1 more ship, but it was getting a little tight in here, so I don't know. Oh, I guess we don't need this anymore. This was kind of our little marker for how far we wanted this thing to go out. And I think it served its purpose. There we go, much nicer. Okay, I'm liking the look. I'm thinking I might use a couple more inset lights up here, just like down there. And we're gonna do another cool design here instead of using steel plates like this. Actually, you know what we should do is instead of using these ones right here where it's kind of continuous, well, it's not that bad. Would it look better using this one though? That's the real question. The one that's not continuous and just kind of like goes into itself. It might look better having that. Because what I don't really like is having these little things that go back. It kind of makes them all look separate. So maybe what I'll do is I'll remove one right here, add in the new one, and see how that looks. I think that looks pretty good actually. So we'll have one like that and one like that, and then same thing on this side. Okay, I think that looks a little bit better actually, having it like this where it's 2 separate ones. The interior one kind of looks like that, so it's got this thing coming around, and then the exterior one just goes straight through, and I think that looks a little bit better. Up here, we're gonna do something a little different. So we're gonna use the same block, but we're gonna rotate it a little bit. So instead of it going this way, we're gonna make it go this way, I'm thinking. What else do we have? Yeah, we're gonna make it go this way, like that. And it's gonna look a lot more, it's gonna look a little different. But like kind of also pipes, but just little different pipes. All right, this is looking pretty good. Let's take a step back and see what we've got. So most of it's, you know, a lot of the blocks are put in. We need to come through here with a welder and get this stuff actually welded. But I've left a couple of empty spots here, 3 here and 3 there for where we want to put like tiny hangars. Also, I noticed a depth voxel here, right there. You can just see it. We can't grind that, or we can't drill that down with our normal drill. We'd have to use a proper ship, most likely. So I marked it here, so the next time we're here with the ship, we'll see it. We're probably gonna find a couple more of those somewhere around here. One easy way to find them is with shadows. If you have shadows turned on, I don't know if you can see that one, because the sun's all the way over there, so the shadow would actually be against the wall somewhere. But anyway, yeah, if we notice a couple of really weird shadows on the ground, then it's probably going to be like a death voxel somewhere close to the sun. But anyway, yeah, okay, so we're going to weld all this stuff up. We're going to try to, at least. And then, actually, we really need to get the floor done. That's probably the big one. Maybe we get the floor in and then we try and weld it up. So we'll weld the floor and the wall at the same time. So what do we want to do with the floor? Well, the floor, I put these beams here, so we might do something very similar like that, or we might just make it flat. And if we make it flat, we might use a couple half blocks just to help with material cost. I don't know. Okay, how does this sound? What we might do is we might go all along the side with these blocks right here and kind of make these under areas just in the center. On the outside, everything will be kind of flat, but just in the center here, we'd have these areas where it goes down a little bit, so that you could kind of get under the ship and do some work if you need to, if the ship is really close to the ground. I don't know how close to the ground the ship's gonna be, but you know. All right, something kind of like that, except going all the way down, I think would look pretty nice. And then the rest of these blocks here, we might just use normal. Well, maybe I'll save a couple on material costs using these. And then if we ever need to extend this, like if the ship's landing gear won't really land properly here, or we need to extend this further even, then we will, we'll do that at that time. For now though, let's just fill in most of this stuff. Man, we're gonna go through a lot of steel plates. I'm running out now. I'm gonna have to figure out how we wanna do the lighting as well, because I'm definitely gonna wanna have lights on the floor, kind of like we have lights on the wall there. Because otherwise the floor is not gonna be lit at all. So I'm thinking maybe we'll do something like this. Right there, we'll throw a light. Another inset light, I think. Just like that, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So go out one and then this. Oh man, it's really coming along from here. Okay, we're getting through it. We just need to lay down a lot of these things endlessly. It's okay, we have a lot of steel plates. We have about 20,000 on base, which I don't know if that's gonna be enough for this entire structure, but it's definitely enough to at least lay the groundwork for it. And then we have to, of course, dig a couple of these areas as well. Maybe we should have the macchiato down here with us to make this go a little faster. I guess that's not a bad idea, actually, because we are gonna need to dig out those little areas anyway. So maybe let's bring the macchiato back. Oops, macchiato's not in there. It's over here. It's big macchiato, by the way. Grande macchiato. Let's press P. Let's turn on our battery and our thruster. And for some reason we don't fall, by the way, with this. It's not affected by gravity, I guess. And let's get out here very carefully. I could probably remove these three, or the extra drills at this point, but I don't know. It's probably fine. Okay, so we're just gonna do a little bit of mining right here, just a little bit of surface mining so that we can place this stuff without much problem. Not gonna run the time lapse. I hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse last episode, by the way. I did get a couple comments of people saying that it was really cool. I thought it was really cool as well. I didn't know how it would end up looking until I had edited it, and once I edited it, I was like, oh dang, it's actually kind of satisfying watching the macchiato run through and sort of carve up the landscape. So I'm probably gonna do that in the future for other large projects. I'm not always gonna have the spectator camera on standby, but when we build ships, you know, stuff like that, I might use it. Okay, so, oh, death voxel. Let's get the death voxel sorted before anything else. And right here, I'm gonna run into stuff there, but death voxel should be easily cleared up just like that. I can run over here and remove this stuff. Okay. Hey, that's actually looking pretty good. So yeah, it's gonna have this big bay going down there. And again, I could extend it a little further if we decide that it needs to be a little bit wider. I don't remember exactly how wide the AMG Sandstorm is. I think it was, what, 14 blocks maybe, or something like that? So yeah, we might extend this further if we need to later. But let's get down here and drill out a little area for a little bit of a hangar. Coming right here. Yeah, it's gonna take up this entire space, because notice it's a 4 block space, and that's exactly how many blocks a hangar door takes up. So it's actually very convenient for putting a hangar in here. I think I'll go normal warfare hangar doors on the side, then windowed ones, and then another warfare one in the center. So same thing over here. Perfect. Okay, that's gonna be a pretty cool hangar door. I'm not building the entire hangar quite yet. I'll land the macchiato right here. It's got an hour of power. And if I turn off the thrusters, it's probably got even longer. Yep, 2 days of power. So we'll let it just kind of chill there for now, because we're gonna use it a little bit later as well. Let's continue building this up right here and see how far we can get. I think we should be able to get most of everything in, actually. It's just gonna be a lot of block placements. So let's get to it. What if I can get away with 3? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I guess I can. if I do it properly. Saves a little bit of time. It's like speedrun tactics. There's a Space Engineer speedrun. I know Splitsy did a Space Engineer speedrun a long time ago. To get to like Mars, I think, if I remember correctly. It's kind of cool. There's like a proper speedrun category on speedrun.com as well, which is funny. Alrighty, okay, everything's looking good. So now we have it's hard to see. Now we have this monstrosity. We still need to place more blocks even because we need to place them here, but let's go get another load of steel plates and then we can continue getting them in. Once we have the entire floor down, oh, we only had 2 left, wow. Once we have the entire floor down, we will just get a welder and bring it out here and start welding. I don't know what we're gonna do with this 1 block gap that we have. We've got that because what I was doing is I was going 4 blocks and then having a beam, and then eventually when we got to the bottom, we just had 1 block left over. We could probably use it for some sort of, I don't know where that block was. That just the one I deleted? I don't know. Well, we could use it for some sort of, like a door would go really well right there. If every now and then we'd had a door that went back toward the base. The problem is the base doesn't go that low. So I guess if the base had like a really deep underground bunker or something, we could have this extend out to meet that. I don't know. I get really big ideas too easily. Imagine if I go directly from building a giant hangar into building a giant underground bunker as well. You could definitely inspire me to build many giant structures. Space elevator? Why not? Let's get one up and running. We should probably plan to go to space at some point, try and get some platinum and uranium. Actually, as far as platinum is concerned, I did get a comment a while back, and I think I've gotten 2, that there's platinum on this planet. And some people who are playing on the save that exists on the Steam Workshop have said that they have spotted platinum, and they've said it's kind of like, I don't remember exactly which direction they said, but I think they said go west. Or northwest or something, one of those directions. So much like the gold rush in the 1800s, there will be a platinum rush in the whatever year it is right now. So maybe we should go out there and find some. Thing is though, uranium is only findable in space, so that's why we'd want to go to space. Also, if we go to space, we're going to set up a space station because that's just what we do. But I feel like setting up a space station is a good first step because eventually we want to get to that Earth-like planet off in the distance. Which is a little farther than you might think, because I think I've mentioned earlier in the series as well that the Earth-like planet there is not a standard Earth-like planet from, you know, any other solar system. This is actually 2 times, I believe, the size of a normal Earth-like planet, which it's gonna be interesting. Let's just say that. I really don't know what it's gonna be like once we go to it, but it's possible everything will be a little distorted until we're actually landed on the planet. Because Space Engineers has, I'll let you know this little secret. Space Engineers has a maximum planet size. When you're building a planet, when you're placing a planet in the world, it's got a maximum diameter of 120 meters. But if you use a little tool called SE Toolbox, you can make that up to, I don't know what their limit is, but it's a lot larger. I have a Spacebusters video a while back about max planet size sort of thing. If you want to look at that, you can. It's pretty cool. It's called Space is Big or something, or maybe that's just how I started. I don't really remember. But yeah, look at the Spacebusters videos and look for that one where it's basically the thumbnail's like a tiny Earth next to a very large Earth. Look for that and you'll find it. We're out of steel plates, so we need to get more. But anyway, yeah, point is that's a 2 times the size Earth planet, and it's going to be strange. I've never actually lived on a 2 times the size Earth planet, so we're going to see how that goes. Steel plates. We'll grab another bunch of those. I might want to make some more. We're probably running low on iron. Let me check. Yeah, 12k iron. So we really need your Fossomaniac to come back with a little bit of iron. In fact, we need to check on our PAM ships. So once we finish this up, I'll go check on the PAM ships, make sure they're still doing, you know, what they're supposed to be doing. Okay, at this point, I think we have the entire side, as well as the entire floor, you know, sort of like framed. So let's get our barista out here and let's get a lot of steel plates and get ready to go. I'll bring 9,000 of those. We're bringing a lot of large steel tubes. We're gonna need them. We'll go welder connector and try and bring some stuff in there as well. So I'm thinking for this, I want to bring maybe a couple. Well, no, we're full actually. Okay, I guess that's all we're bringing. All right, press number 8 then, and let's get going. So I think we might start on a side and move toward the front. I don't know. We'll try this. We'll see how much of this we can get welded up. It's gonna be a little awkward trying to get all this stuff welded at the same time, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna go up like this and weld as much as we can. Was I able to weld the entire thing right there, actually? Yeah, okay. These are the things that require a lot of large steel tubes. That's the annoying ones to get. And I don't know how many we're gonna get through because I only have like 150 large steel tubes. No, I'm out of something. Construction components. Oh man, should have known. It's always construction components. Okay, we're gonna have to come back with the construction components, but we can at least do a lot of these steel plates, right? All right, we've made it to the center block, which I believe is that one, right? Yeah, and we were able to get most of that welded. Let's see how many steel plates do we have now? Cargo. Okay, so we do still have some steel plates. We can get through a little bit more of this. Let's try and get a little bit of floor done. I'll go back over here and try and get some of this. And just like that, I'm out of steel plates. With 16% hydrogen left, let's head back up to the surface. So we had taken almost 10,000 steel plates there, and we went through them pretty quickly. We'll see in a second how much we got through. And there we go, press number 8. And let's go check out what we were able to accomplish with all those steel plates. The sun's going down. We're able to accomplish, well, we got a lot of this welded, which was good. We got pretty much this entire beam welded, as well as that one, that one, that one, and that one, as well as a couple of these, you know, little blocks. We got a lot of this stuff done. A couple of wall lights here. So if this right here took 10,000 steel plates to get all that stuff welded, including, you know, this stuff right here, which probably also takes, no, that takes interior. This, that also takes interior. Yeah, okay, so 10,000 steel plates for all that. This right here. So this would be another 10,000 right there. We probably need about 50,000 steel plates then. If this took 10,000 right there, you know, another 10,000, maybe 20,000 for this side, maybe 20,000 for the floor, maybe another 20,000 for that, actually. So we probably need 60, 70, probably need, let's say 70,000 steel plates for this entire project, which is a lot. We need to go check on the PAM stuff real quick then, if that's what we need. So let's put a couple of this stuff back. I don't necessarily need this many steel plates on me. Maybe I'll just carry a couple, and let's head over to the PAM stuff because I want to check on them, make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. We should have, so the Gerphosomaniac's flying, we'll be able to check on what is inside the fellow Gerphosomaniac. All right, Control Z. Now we're flying with it. Perfect. Nope, Control Z. There we go. And let's check what we've got. So in here, we do have a lot of iron. Okay, that is good. A lot of iron. Wow. So 50, another 20,000, so that's going to be 70, yeah, roughly 75k iron is going to be good. And then a lot of silicon, a lot of nickel as well. Okay, so that's good that we have all that stuff. Maybe what I want to do is in the PAM base, I might want to do the yield modules. Where am I headed? I want to head here. Because we do have yield modules from the AMG Sandstorm, or rather we have superconductors from the AMG Sandstorm. So, you know, having those, oh. Silent Contender got a little damaged, so it's probably not going to move while it's damaged. Well, let's see what I can do about that. Can I maybe build some stuff? And let's fix that up right there. Perfect. Anything else damaged? Oh, it's going ham with the ice. There we go. All right, Silent Contender, you're off again. And Silent Contender's the one doing the silicon and magnesium, I believe. Where is... Something tells me we're missing someone. Something tells me we're missing two. We gotta go find the Mr. Daxis one and the Heretical John one. The Heretical John one should be over there. Let's go check out the iron though. See if we have any signal over here. We have 3 signals, so it's possible it is one of these ones over here and it's just mining. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay, it's over here. Mr. Daxis ship is doing some unloading right there. Okay, yeah, so it's just doing a routine mission. It's done quite a bit. I like to see this. I will say, it's not quite going deep enough to get to the iron. So that's, yeah, wow, it needs to go way deeper. Oh man, the iron is really deep. So once that comes back, we'll go and reset it. I want to check on this one's over here. All right, so there's Heretical John right there, probably going back after this mission. And the silent contender is going back down into wherever it goes. It's actually getting a little stuck here, I think. Don't know what was up with that. Oh, we'll just let it continue on its mission. That might have been what it's been doing this entire time. Just getting stuck there. Where's our nickel? Oh boy. Okay, this is exactly what we wanted. Perfect. And it looks like the depth is just right as well. This is good. Okay. This is what I like to see. Oh boy, we have a lot of nickel here. Wow. That's crazy. If I want to maximize the modules here, I need to remove this battery. For now, what I'll do is I'll turn these batteries to discharge so they can't charge up any further. And we'll keep them on that until they're out of power. And then I'm trying to build 2 new batteries right here that will replace them. We need more power cells and stuff. But then, yeah, I'll be able to remove that and add a yield module in its place, just right there. All right, the PAM Mr. Daxis is back here, getting ready to go. What I need to do is I need to set its job a little bit differently. So let's go press this button right here to stop the job. Perfect. I'll let it continue to drop stuff. But one thing that some people said was that in addition to going over here into info and saying show sensor field range, I also need to press K, go to sensor, and say show on HUD. Yes, okay, that's what I need to do. All right, okay, so that's gonna make it a little bit easier to choose the job that I wanna do. So now if I press V to go back into first person and then set to set up mining job. It's actually not showing the sensor range there. Did I need to name the sensor something? I bet you I needed to name the sensor something. That's probably what it was. Ah, this was my problem. I need to call it sensor PAM, not just sensor. There's our sensor. We'll rename it to sensor PAM. And now probably this will change, maybe? Ah, there we go. Okay, when I reset the depth, it did change. Now I can see exactly where my area is. So if I come up a little bit, I can see that it's going to, yeah, okay. Yeah, so I can see it's gonna encompass the iron if I do it like this, which is exactly what I want. In fact, I can probably do it, I can probably start a little bit lower. Let's back up a little bit. There we go, and that should be perfect. All right, I think I'm fine with this. Let's try and get our job going again. So yeah, the issue was, first of all, I didn't have show on HUD, and second of all, I didn't have the sensor named as a PAM sensor. So 2 issues with the sensors that should make things a little bit easier going forward. All right, we're gonna let this go forth and mine. Let's head back to main base, I think. We still do need more lights on the base, don't we? We really do. This is gonna be a beacon of light once it's done, but the base definitely needs more as well. But anyway, let's head back inside. We'll go to our bed and we'll sleep through the night so that we can have some daylight when it comes to building again. Here we are, everybody. Have a good night, and I will see you all in the morning. This sleeping position always throws me off a little bit. See you guys in the morning. Good night. Rise and shine, everybody. It's morning time and time to get back to work. So one thing I think we want to do sooner rather than later is probably connecting the hangar up to the base in terms of having like conveyor going there. So I think that's what we're gonna focus on. Where would be a good place actually? So I know I have conveyor lines running through here, and I also know I have conveyor lines running through down here. We've got conveyors there. We've got conveyors in here as well, and these eventually connect to that. So if I ran that forward even more, like that way direction, I could probably manage to connect it up there. I could also take this though, because this is a line right here, and we don't have any more sorter right there, so this would actually be fine. Yeah, having this kind of meet up with this would be good. That'd be about right there. And actually that would correspond with a line right there, so that's probably a better one actually, if I do it right there. So if I go straight on with this, just mine through there. Hopefully I'm not reaching the ceiling. I don't think I am. I'm actually gonna mine down a little bit. And we're just gonna keep going until we reach that area. Ah, perfect. Okay, so this is a curved one. If instead of it being a curved one, it was, oops. Where did that meet up? Ah, there we go, okay. If instead of it being a curved one, it was a 3-way directional one, like this, then we can maybe make it work. Yes, okay, there we go. So now I just want to bring this forward a little bit. So we're gonna bring it like that. Boom, bam, Bop. Okay, there we go. That's the connection that we need right there. And so we can bring this all the way down right there. Maybe have like a container right there that we can grab things out of. And then eventually this is going to go all the way through to that stuff over there. And I think we might go under this, or we might just go around this way. I'm not sure how we're going to do it. It's going to require a lot, but we're going to bring it all the way down here this way. And then right here, we're going to throw a cargo container once we get the interior place required for that. All right, there's our cargo container right there. And we'll start getting a couple of these guys built up. All components successfully withdrawn. Okay, we should be able to get all these then. There's 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. Okay, now we have a container over here that connects back up to the main base that we can grab things out of. This will make building anything onto the AMG Sandstorm while it's here much easier, as well as allowing us to connect to the hangars that are going to be over there, which we're not working on right now. Maybe there'll be a next episode thing, getting, you know, at least one of these hangars set up, or maybe even 2 of them. I don't know. But one thing I want to do now, since I think I've had enough of working on the hangar for now, we're going to do more, of course, later. But I think I want to build that scrapping ship, because I think that's something that we're probably going to need. So let me get some stuff here. I guess this isn't really an amazing place to be building this, so let me just go in here and build a couple of lights while we're here. All right, much better. Let's get started on this thing. So one major thing that we're going to want is going to be cargo containers, and we're probably going to go for maybe one large cargo container for this guy, since it's basically a hauler. It's very much like the welder, but it has instead of having welding things, it's going to have grinding things. Boom, boom. That's a lot of stuff, but it's going to be fine. And then what I'm going to do is take this and go like that. One right there. And one right there. Should I make this a hydrogen vessel as well? I guess I should. And if I'm making it a hydrogen vessel, then I'll definitely want to make sure it has a lot more hydrogen than my other ones, because they have a little bit of trouble. But anyway, there's going to be our little grinding bits. This is going to look very similar to the barista, isn't it? All right, we've got front thrusters, side thrusters. We're going to need a bunch of downward facing thrusters as well. So I think let's get some of this stuff at least welded up. So like this big thing, these side things for now. Let's start with a little bit of this. All right, with a couple of these things welded up, I can see kind of where we're going with this. Man, I wish I made these one forward, because if I did, I could bring them across as redundancy, but it probably doesn't really matter that much having them right there. So what I might do then is I'm definitely going to bring them up right here to act as redundancy. Do I have like a single? Yeah, okay, we have a conveyor converter. Yes, that's exactly what I want, actually, I think. All right, I'm definitely going a lot more overboard on the hydrogen tanks this time, because last time I did not do enough. This is the small hydrogen tank, and I'm going to set it up like this, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if I can. So the reason I'm not using the large hydrogen tank is because it's a little bit bigger than, like, it's a lot bigger. Yeah, you'll see it's really hard to kind of fit in here. I could kind of fit it on, I guess I could fit it on the sides, honestly. I could probably find a way. I mean, I could. What's the difference? Okay, what's the difference between this and this? Let me build up one of each. I want to see how much they store versus how much they take up. All right, so first, large hydrogen tank. How much does large hydrogen tank take up? Large hydrogen tank is 1, 2, 3. So yeah, that's 500,000 liters. And small hydrogen tank is 15,000 liters. So 15,000 versus 500,000. How many blocks do you take up? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5 by 5 by 5, which is 125 blocks space, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks space. So let me do some math real quick. Okay, so what I come up with is that the large hydrogen tank is actually a little bit more efficient. The large one is 500,000 liters over 125 blocks, which gives you roughly 4,000 liters per block, whereas the small one is 15,000 liters for 4 blocks, which gives you roughly 3,750 per block. So it's a little bit less efficient in storage than the large one is, but it's, you know, you can actually store it however you want, which is what I really like about it. So if I'm losing out on a little bit of efficiency, like, it's not like this is double the efficiency or something like that. It's a little bit more efficient. So let's use these small ones. I guess what I want to know is how many hydrogen tanks does the barista have? I know a lot of them are invisible, but if I look here for hydrogen tank, how many hydrogen tanks do we have in here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it could probably use about double that if I had the space. So it uses 12. And how many do you have? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So already just with this, there's a lot more hydrogen than the other one. And what I could even do is this. I could extend it even one further. Be like that. So that really is a lot of hydrogen at that point. And then this right here would be where we'd have our downward facing thrusters. This would go out probably one more block using not a converter, but an extender or whatever they're called. A frame into one of these, and then this would match up back with that. All right, there we go. And just like that, this ship now has double the hydrogen storage as the Barista, which is gonna come in handy quite a bit, I think. Let's extend this so that it connects to those like this. I mean, that's a lot of thrusters in the back that are gonna be like a little powerful. Boom, 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 boom. All right, 6 hydrogen engines pointed backward. 6 hydrogen engines, thrusters pointed forward, 3 on either side. I think that's going to be enough. And then we have a little bit of room down here where we can put some more. I think that might go up that way and meet up with that. Okay, I think the ship is almost there. Never mind the big hydrogen tank on top. But one thing I'm missing. How many thrusters do I need? Do I need that many? One thing I'm missing is a couple batteries, as well as an O2H2 generator. What I could do is I could just say, where are the holes for this? Yeah, I could just say O2H2 generator right there, battery behind it. That wouldn't be that bad. I'm gonna grab some steel plates because I've been out of them for a while. There we go. So O2H2 generator, kablam, right there. Another one right there. It's a little offset, that one. Bam. And then I could say battery right here. I don't think that'd be such a bad thing. One right there and one right there. So that'd be the profile of the ship, basically. Kind of like that, without that, of course. But yeah, I think that's not that bad. Of course, missing a cockpit also, but I might make it look very much like the Barista with the cockpit on the front. These are going to be like both very similar looking ships. In fact, maybe I'll use the same cockpit. Why not? Make it, I don't know, what's a Barista, but it deconstructs your coffee. All right, there we go. Grinders are up and running. We have the cockpit kind of there. I don't really want to block this, although I guess I can put one of these guys in, and that wouldn't block it too much. Still look pretty good, I think. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't block it at all, actually. Perfect. Okay, this one doesn't have the guns like the Barista does, but I think it's gonna be fine. It does have the grinders, so worst case, it'll just run up to any reaver or whatever and grind them down. Maybe I'll add something like that so it looks nicer. And perfect. There we go. Batteries are up. We can now just sit in here, contemplate life, and while we're doing it, our power will recharge. Nice. Okay, so we got that stuff built up, and we need to get the O2H2 generators built up as well. Let's get those. They don't take very much, luckily. And we do need to deconstruct this this random hydrogen engine that's up here.
Inventory full.
Boom, there we go. Oh my god, what are we gonna do with all this empty space? I don't know. Weapon, maybe? We could throw a turret on there. That wouldn't be the worst thing. Okay, that's all the bottom and the back thrusters done. And if we need more bottom thrusters, we can always add them. But I think probably having 12 total will be fine, because it's kind of similar to how many we have with the Barista, I think. There goes our welding sounds. All right, everybody, I give you the Scrapper Mark 1. I don't have a clever name for it yet, but if you guys can think of one, please post it down in the comments section below, and I might adopt it for the Scrap 1, the Mark 1 Scrapper, which is this guy right here. It's got a little bit of hydrogen, so I can probably remove it, but like from the ground, but basically it's just the same thing as the Barista, very similar, with a couple of design changes, a lot more hydrogen storage. But you know, it's a very similar ship. It also doesn't have the combat capability that the Barista does with those two weapons. So let's go ahead and remove this from the ground there. And with only 14% hydrogen, we gotta be careful with this. I'm gonna go ahead and blueprint it before I do anything else. So right there, Control B, it's gonna blueprint. And we now have the Mark 1 scrapper in our blueprints here. I'm gonna go and connect this to the same place where the barista is connected to. Gotta keep an eye on our hydrogen, but it's not really going down that fast, which is good. Makes sense, it's got double the hydrogen as the barista does. Okay, we have this spot right for it. But it's important that we build more stuff as well soon. Oh, actually, you know what? We need to remove these little things that we had for the PAM ships. Don't need to remove it all the way, I just need to like lower it a little bit. I think that might be good, or we might need to remove, it might be fine. Let's see. All right, we'll press P because we don't have anything else we can do. This is gonna start refilling. Actually, it might not refill until we set up some stuff, but we might have to set up some timers to work like these ones do here with the event controller and that sort of thing. But other than that, yeah, this is the scrapper that we're gonna go with. Okay, let me give it a quick pass of adding more stuff. So I need to add the event controllers. I need to add probably a thing to turn off these thrusters so we can cruise. So yeah, let's add a couple things. All right, I've got everything set up. The scrapper is starting to refuel there. You can see 36% hydrogen. It's actually run out of hydrogen. Doesn't have any more on the base, I guess. So we're gonna need to give the base a little bit of ice or something. Guess I can grab a little bit of ice from here.
Inventory full.
Is it filling up? I don't know, it might be filling up a little bit, but it doesn't really matter that much because if we go to the scrapping place, we already know that at that little outpost there is a lot of hydrogen on the outpost. So let's actually just head over there and then we'll grab stuff. Worst case, we'll land and we'll refill because we do have O2H2 generators on board this thing. So let's go ahead and unlock and let's head out this way to the left and we're going to our scrap marker right there. All right, say goodbye to the base and its stuff. Wall looks kind of cool over there by the solar panels. I do actually have a timer set up so that I can turn off the thrusters in the front there, which means I can cruise pretty easily. So let's just head over in that direction, bump up our speed a tiny bit to maybe 110, and we'll start cruising over there. Off we go into the wild blue yonder. Everything's blue because it's a nice moon. Right, so the scrapper, we're gonna see how it performs over here. We've got a super gremlin off to the left right there. Gotta be a little careful. Parallax military installation. Could be a little easier to attack now. I'm just thinking it doesn't really have its dudes flying around anymore, like it did when we had initially discovered it. So I don't know. We've not really used much thrust here, much ice. Looking, we have still 36 hydrogen when we started with like 38 or something like that. All right, let's turn this on. Slow ourselves down a little bit as we get a little closer. All right, and imagine the base just started firing at us. We'd have like missed a weapon or something. But let's get over here and start scrapping. We're gonna scrap all the outside stuff first so that we can use the rest of the base for, so like we can land at it and refill this thing. Before we do anything, I wanna kinda hover here for just a second. Or I guess I can land, it's not really a big deal. We do have the ability to land with the, okay, I need to get used to the size of this thing though. Right, so I wanna put a little connector somewhere that will be able to charge with ice. So let's remove this. Was this light armor? Okay. Move a little bit of this. I know here we are scrapping with our hands, but basically I'm gonna turn this into a little port where we can connect. So we're gonna go up, one, over, bam. We're gonna do basically that. Let's right click all these things. We should have the blocks on here to build them up. Yeah, we do. Okay, perfect. Right there. Right here, here, and here. Okay, so now when I connect this guy, it should start refueling the stuff. Third person, this guy. I'm thinking maybe like an orangish color scheme for this as well. I don't know why, but I don't know, I think it would look cool. We'll set that to recharge, make sure this guy is able to give us stuff. Yep, so it looks like they are working. So I guess let's scrap a little by hand while we wait for the thing to fill up on its hydrogen. Really, it would be cool if we could get into this. Is this mine? Yeah, okay. It'd be cool if we can get into this industrial hydrogen tank, because it's full. It should, in theory, be connected somehow to this, maybe. All right, there we go. That should now be connected, which means you should now be getting stuff directly from the thing. No? Is this still not connected? Oh no, because that's not connected to anything now. Boom. Boom. Okay, so now you should be fully recharged, right? Yes, okay, it's charging really quickly. Perfect. Okay, so we now have that, connected to this, and it's going all the way over here. Now we have a lot of power efficiency, yield. These are the ones I care about, the yield modules that we could bring to the other base. What are you up here? Speed module, okay. I don't care as much about the speed modules, but this guy should be fully recharged now, so let's press number 8, and let's start grinding down a little bit of this. Maybe starting over here, turn on those grinders, and get to it. Now we're gonna have to keep an eye on our weight, but I don't think it'll matter that much, because we are on the moon, after all, the European moon. Couple solar cells that we can use back at the base. Maybe build up a 4th solar tower? Probably not. I'd always planned to build just 3 solar towers there, but I mean, you know, if the need arises, I guess we could always build another solar tower. Okay, we're getting a little close to our stuff that we want to keep over there, but we've got quite a bit of it done. We've got a lot of the roof taken off, and a lot of the front as well, and a lot of that side. Let's see what we have in here. Okay, for a second I was gonna be like 141 steel plates. I feel like there's more. Let's see. Yeah, so 5,000 steel plates, 4.8k scrap metal, which I could use to turn to iron. Lots of other stuff as well. Some solar cells from the solar panels up top. Some assault cannon ammo from probably from the assault cannon that we took down. We're just gonna keep going at it, and we're gonna get quite a bit of stuff, I think. All right, we only have 12% hydrogen left, so we're gonna have to go back to our little hydrogen connectivity area over there. Let's do a quick check of what we have, though. Looks like we're going into the cockpit now, so we might be full. Yeah, we're full on one of our larges. We're almost full on the other large. Ooh, boy, we have a lot of steel plates. This is all gonna go directly into our AMG Sandstorm hangar. Let's go ahead and land this guy back in the little charging port here. And refill the stuff as much as we can, at least. Boop, and there we go. Just like that, it's starting to refill. Already at about a 4th of the way full. But look at this, we're doing pretty well in the scrapping of this. This scrapper's working wonders. This would have taken ages to scrap by hand, but I probably won't be able to bring everything back. So what I might do, can I scrap this stuff by hand since it's on the ground? See what I mean? It would take me ages to do all this by hand. My inventory just fills up so fast when I'm doing it by hand. I will say my grinder is faster than the scrapping grinder on that. It'd be nice if there were like tiered things. I know there are mods for it, but it'd be nice if in vanilla there were tiered, kind of like there's tiered like hand drills. It'd be cool if there were tiered blocks as well. All right, I think I've gotten pretty much everything I want to get out of this right here. The sun's about to go down. I'm gonna leave this stuff here for now because it's a good source of hydrogen and power, kind of in between us and the AMG Sandstorm. I think it's time to bring this thing home. We're pretty much full, right? I think probably everything's gonna be full if I look here. The grinder has a little bit of space, but both of our containers here are full. We've got tons of ice on here. So yeah, we're pretty much full. What I could take is, let me pop over here, grab as many superconductors as I can hold, as well as maybe, I don't really need to take a Pro 1. I don't think I need to take much more else of this. I'll just take everything I can here. I think this is probably gonna be enough. With 77%, let's head back to the base, and hopefully we don't use all of this trying to get there. Let's let it go. Yeah, so we're very slow. You can see we're really burning to try and get ourselves going here, and the speed's not going up very fast. But, I mean, that makes sense. We're very heavy. We're at almost 500,000 kilograms, which means this is basically, you know, this is carrying as much as like a mining ship would carry when it's on full charge. So, that is quite a bit. But the fact that it can handle it is pretty amazing. We'll turn on cruise mode. We're going at about 100 meters per second, so we'll just let it cruise kind of this way. And hopefully that'll use only a little bit of hydrogen. Bye, Coffini Base. Nice to see you. We're gonna have to do another Coffini episode pretty soon, I think. we're probably due, aren't we? Okay, let's start slowing down here a little bit. Get those thrusters on. We'll get to about 75, then we'll keep going. There we go. And oh, I just love the look of the 3 solar towers off in the distance. It looks so cool. Slow down just a little bit more. This base looks cool too, I gotta say. Actually, it looks really cool seeing the wall of the giant hangar going up. I think next episode we're probably gonna get a lot more of that done. I wanted to get a little bit more done than I actually ended up getting done in this episode, but I mean, what can you really do? It's a mega project. It's gonna take multiple episodes to do. 1 episode to mine, maybe 2 episodes to get everything welded. I'm about to run into the edge of that there. Gotta be careful. And then maybe another episode to bring the AMG Sandstorm back. I don't know, something like that. All right, and we have a lock. Okay, everything's looking good now. The base, the ship is connected back to the base. We got that green light popping up there. That's a green spotlight that I put here with the intention to aim at any friendly ships so that when the Jaffaso maniacs started coming in, I'd know because this would aim at it. But it's just aiming at this guy. It's aiming at that little guy right there. So I don't know if it actually works. Oh, I don't need this anymore. Get rid of that. The heck is a proprietary circuits? I was just noticing I'm sorting everything. I got computers in here and I've got proprietary circuit. I don't know what that is. That must be from one of the mods. Maybe something I collected at the one of the bases. But I was checking these cargo containers to make sure that they empty out properly, and I think that they did. So let's go ahead and free items and we're good. I think it's kind of funny that we have a lot of this, like maybe half of this little wall back here built up, and then over here we just have like a little section for building ships. Our little ship building section. I think that's pretty funny. Okay, next episode we're gonna get this entire thing welded up. That's what I say. And everything I say comes true. That 100%. But I think we're gonna end this one right here. This has been going on, you know, a little length. And we got a ship built in this episode. No reavers attacked, luckily, but I just felt a little bit of lag, so it made me question myself. But anyway, yeah, if you guys like this episode, please hit the like button. Put any comments and suggestions down below in the comments section. And if you want to subscribe or become a member on YouTube, there's buttons down below for that. And if you want to become a patron or join the Discord channel, there's things in the description for that. So yeah, whatever you want to do, there's a way to do it. But anyway, with that, I'll see you guys all in the next episode of Space Engineer Survival. Bye.